Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of celebrities who have landed themselves behind bars. Once protected by fame and fortune, these stars are now facing the harsh reality of their actions. From minor missteps to major scandals, let's take a look at who's doing time and why. Michael Andrew Jace was born on July 13, 1962, in Paterson, New Jersey, United States. He was an actor who became famous for his role as police officer Julian Lowe in the FX television series The Shield, but suffered a free fall from the heights of fame to the depths of infamy after a horrific crime. The incident, which occurred on May 19, 2014, although some sources list the 20th due to the time of reporting, marked his downfall, transforming him from a familiar face on screen to a convicted felon sentenced to life in prison. Event of May 19, 2014. At around 8 p.m. at his home in Hyde Park, South Los Angeles, Michael Jace shot and killed his wife, April Jace, in front of their two young sons, ages 8 and 5. Had just returned home from a baseball game with her children. Jace, waiting with April's father's pistol, shot her once in the back, then shot her twice in the legs as she fell. Prosecutor Tanaz Mokayev said. Their 10-year-old son testified in court that he heard his father say, "If you want to run, run to heaven," before firing the second shot, a chilling remark that belied the brutality of the act. Prosecutors said Jace acted out of a fear that April was having an affair, and because she wanted a divorce. While there was no concrete evidence of an affair, text messages between the two on April's final day showed growing tensions. Jace texted about the other man and expressed dissatisfaction with the marriage. He told police he shot April in the leg so she could feel the pain because she was a runner. After the incident, Jace called 911 himself at 8:30 p.m., calmly saying, "I shot my wife," and giving police instructions on how to enter the house to avoid the misconception that he still had a gun. April's father also called 911 after receiving a text message from Jace. When police arrived, they found April's body in the house along with two uninjured children. Jace was arrested at the scene. Jace was arrested on May 20th, 2014, on a murder charge. He was formally indicted on May 22, 2014, by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. The trial took place in May 2016, lasting a week, with a jury of 6 men and 6 women. Prosecutor Mokayev asked for a first-degree murder conviction, arguing that Jace planned the killing. Defense attorney Jamin Hicks admitted that Jace killed, but argued that it was an act of rage and asked for a voluntary manslaughter conviction. Jace did not testify, but in a recorded interview with police, he said he intended to shoot April in the leg, not kill her. On May 31, 2016, Jace was convicted of second-degree murder after less than 2 hours of deliberation. On June 10, 2016, he was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison, 15 years for murder, and an additional 25 years for using a firearm. At the sentencing hearing, Jace apologized to April's family and claimed he had no intention of first-degree murder. But April's mother, Kay Henry, walked out of the courtroom, not accepting his explanation. In 2019, the California Supreme Court refused to consider Jace's appeal, upholding the conviction. He is currently serving a sentence in California State Prison without the possibility of parole. Kaalan Rashad Walker, better known by his stage name KR, is an American rapper, actor, and dancer who was once a rising star in Hollywood. However, his career took a nosedive after a dangerous scandal involving sexual assault in education. Kaalan Rashad Walker emerged in 2018 as Juju in Sony's Superfly and is a rapper signed to Empire Records, releasing the EP The Intermission in 2017 and the single It Could Happen, which peaked at number 13 on the iTunes hip-hop chart. Things took a turn when Walker was accused of a series of sexual assaults between 2013 and 2018. According to his associates, he used his fame and social media presence, such as Instagram and Twitter, to approach his victims, mostly young aspiring models. He was coerced into using them with promises of job opportunities, meeting celebrities, like rapper Drake, or participating in photo and video shoots. When the victims came forward, he took them to private locations and assaulted them. The Los Angeles Police Department began investigating after linking him to a series of assaults, leading to his arrest in 2018 in Van Nuys. More than 30 women came forward, but the official case focused on just 10 victims. In April 2022, a jury convicted him of 3 counts of lewd acts by force, 2 counts of lewd acts of a minor, 2 counts of lewd acts of an intoxicated person, and 1 count of assault with intent to commit oral copulation. He was acquitted of some other charges, but the severity of the proven offenses was sufficient to determine his fate. In October 2022, Walker was sentenced to 50 years in a California prison. Judge Joseph Brandolino ordered him to register as a sex offender for life. Prosecutor Cynthia Wallace described him as a true predator, noting how he used his position to manipulate his victims. Walker's attorney, Andrew Flyer, maintained his innocence and argued that he should not have been tried and planned to appeal, but the conviction was upheld. Once a rising star with a bright future, Kaalan Rashad Walker is now tied to one of the most troubling celebrity cases in recent years. The case not only ended his career, but also served as a warning about how power and fame can be used to leave deep scars on victims. Amy Rose Locane was born on December 19, 1971, in Trenton, New Jersey, United States. She began her acting career as a child actress and later moved on to more mature roles. Amy Locane is an actress best known for her roles in John Waters' 1990 musical comedy Crybaby and as Sandy Harling in the first season of the soap opera Melrose Place in 1992. Amy Locane came to the spotlight not because of her career, but because of a serious traffic accident involving drunk driving, which resulted in a lengthy prison sentence and many legal disputes. On June 27, 2010, in Montgomery Township, New Jersey, Locane was driving under the influence with a blood alcohol level 3 times the legal limit and crashed into the car of Fred and Helene Seaman. The collision killed Helene Seaman, 60, and seriously injured Fred. Locane is arrested shortly thereafter. November 2012, Locane is convicted of vehicular homicide and assault by auto. Judge Robert Reed initially sentences her to 3 years in prison, an unusually lenient sentence under New Jersey law guidelines, usually 5 to 10 years for manslaughter. Prosecutors object, arguing that the sentence is too lenient. February 2017, the Court of Appeals rules that the 3-year sentence was unreasonable and orders a new trial. However, Locane is released in 2015 after serving 2 years and 6 months at Edna Mahan State Prison due to good behavior and probation. February 2019, Judge Angela Borkowski resentences Locane to 5 years in prison, but she remains out on appeal and bail. September 2020, after much legal wrangling, Judge Borkowski sentences Locane to 8 years in prison, finding her previous sentences too lenient for the severity of her crimes. Locane returned to Edna Mahan Prison on September 17, 2020 to serve her sentence. May 2022. The New Jersey Court of Appeals upholds the 8-year sentence, rejecting Locane's argument that the resentencing violates the principle of double jeopardy. December 2022, the Federal Circuit denies her appeal, finding no constitutional violations in her sentencing.